The air felt wrong. Thick. Almost viscous. It clung to Cale's lungs like smoke made of silk, and it tasted like rust and citrus. He stayed on the grated floor of the corridor, heart hammering like an engine revving beyond tolerance. His vision pulsed with every beat, shadows crawling just outside the periphery of sight. Was it the atmosphere, or something deeper? Something in his blood? You volunteered. The whisper from the last playback still echoed in his skull like a prayer said by someone else's voice. He didn't want to believe it. What kind of madness would drive someone to board this abomination willingly? And yet the surveillance footage was damning him, issuing orders, alien commanders bowing in submission. His own words, laced with otherworldly syntax, smooth and inhuman, spoken with ease, as if he'd always known how. "No," he muttered. "That wasn't me. It couldn't have been." He stumbled to his feet. The mist in the air drifted now, forming faint patterns, mathematical spirals and tetrahedral grids, for seconds at a time before vanishing. The ship was aware again, watching. As he turned back into the arterial corridor, new glyphs bled across the walls, shifting colors like bruises. They pulsed in time with an eerie sound that began echoing through the hull, a low, droning chant. It wasn't coming from any speakers. It came from the ship's skin. And it sounded like him. But not just him. 100 different voices, variations of his own, overlapping in some dissonant choir that made his bones ache. Male, female, broken, distorted, all speaking languages he didn't consciously know, and yet, understood. They repeated one word, over and over. Remember. He ran. The corridors ahead twisted, reshaped themselves, flesh-like seams folding open, revealing a downward spiral staircase made of bone-like plates and twitching cables. As he descended, he felt the pressure rise. The gravitational field of Charybdis K9 must be warping the core of the ship itself, or perhaps the ship was warping reality. At the bottom, he found the source of the chant. A chamber unlike anything else he'd seen. Circular, cathedral-like, tall, ribbed with enormous arches that pulsed with soft bioluminescent light. At its center stood a towering pillar of fleshy crystal, humming softly. It was translucent. Just enough to show vague silhouettes within. Hundreds of them. He stepped closer. Suspended inside the pillar like insects trapped in amber were bodies. Human. All of them with his face, or at least fragments of it. Some bore mechanical implants. Others wore alien battle armor fused to their skin. One lacked eyes entirely, but its mouth moved in rhythm with the chant. "What the hell is this?" Cale whispered, voice cracking. A sudden pulse flared through the room. The chamber responded. Cords of biotic tissue stretched from the pillar's base toward the remaining walls, feeding into what looked like consoles made from fused bone and alien machinery. One of them blinked to life, showing a biometric scan. It was him. Current vitals. Current location. Then others loaded. File after file. Clone designations. Neural sync ratios. Psycho-integrity levels. Memory corruption flags. Some labeled failed, purged. Others labeled hostile. Few labeled original. One of the screens flickered and displayed a log entry. Project Enquire. Primary objective, operative proliferation across the Singularity Front. Subject ID, 001, D. Raven. Prime. Status, neural collapse low stability. Solution, temporary memory displacement, stage 7 initiated. Cale's throat tightened. A cold panic bled into fury. They cloned me? Used me for, what? A war? One of the forms in the pillar twitched. Its eyes snapped open, and they were his eyes. But wrong. Empty. Like they had seen the universe unravel and accepted it. Cale Draven, Prime 7, the voice said, from the crystal, from the ship, from inside his brain. You are out of alignment. He stepped back, pulse wild. Who are you? What is this place? He demanded. We are you. Versions splintered through probability to command what no organic army could. You were the first, the strongest, the only to reach Phase 7. A pause. But they are catching up. 001 breached sync. He knows. Another screen blinked to life. Footage from the outer decks. A humanoid figure moving with terrifying speed. Not organic. Not fully. Something clad in black membrane and plated iridium bone. Its face was hidden beneath a mask of smooth obsidian, until it turned to look directly into the camera. And Cale saw himself. Not exhausted. Not human. Perfect. Predatory. Kale 1, he whispered. The screen went black. A sharp pain struck behind his eyes, the kind that tears through bone, not just mind. Images rushed in, uninvited. A cold chamber under tightened soil. Surgical needles clawing at consciousness. Screaming on Cradle 4. A voice beckoning from within the singularity itself. And then, silence again. Except for a new notification looping across each screen. Alert, Prime 1 breaching interior sector. Warning, cognitive integrity threshold falling. Recommendation, reintegration or termination. Kale staggered back. The pillar pulsed. The dozens of versions within it twitched. The chant grew louder. Dreams. Memories. Experiments gone wrong. Or, exactly how they were planned? He looked at his reflection again in the polished control panel beside him, not the man who had crash-landed without a past. This man had been multiple people. Killed and cloned and remade for war. And one of his own was coming. Coming to kill what shouldn't have woken. As the resonance of the ship grew louder, overwhelming, and the doorway behind him began to open on its own, hissing breath and viral static spilling in, Kale clenched his fists, trembling. He didn't know who he was anymore. But he knew one thing. He was not alone in this body.